Hey folks, how's it going and happy Halloween! Welcome to Horror Romance! I was so excited to play this, so I'm glad that I got to get to it. This week has been just chock full of computer and game issues, so hopefully this one won't be so bad. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's get straight into it. Before we begin, there are some things I should tell about myself. My name? Des. My name is Des. She, her. My name is Des, and my pronouns are she and her. Is this correct? Yes. Alright. No, get away from me. Come here, you little whore. Oh. I said get away from me. Same dream as always. I doubt I'll ever get to sleep without nightmares. I blink and scratch my eyelids. I gotta remind myself not to sleep on a moving bus. I got a headache and maybe a concussion for every time my head hits the window while sleeping. I search inside my backpack for my phone. I need to know what time it is and check for notifications. Des turns on the phone and sees two messages. The first one is from Mr. Torrance. Des, please contact me whenever you arrive at Amityville. Everything's set up. If you want, I could come for you. I'd prefer not owing anything to my landlord just yet. Thanks for caring, but I'll go to the cafe before heading to the apartment. I gotta sort out the purchase paperwork. I slide into the next message. From one new waitress, Carrie. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'll be at the cafe tomorrow by 7 o'clock. Thanks, Carrie. Please don't worry too much, okay? It's just a waitress gig. We'll work at the cafe later. I spent all night inside a bus. Now I gotta get to the cafe, then the new apartment, and then unpack. My body's hurting. I'd kill for a frappuccino right now. I prefer green tea, but I get it. The old owner finally retired after signing a never-ending contract to buy a new cafe. I've been behind bars for the last few years, and I've gone through many jobs, saving to finally get my own business. And finally, now that I'm the new owner, I feel happy. Quite accomplished. After all, I've worked these past few years. Having a business will definitely make things better. I stop distracting and grab my suitcase to go home. I choose to get home after a tiring day. I still can't believe I'm here, so far away from my old home, away from Mom, and far away from my stepdad. Just remembering makes me have a stomach ache. Sometimes I wonder if killing him was really worth it. Ah. Is that why I went to prison? Oh, nice little loft. Shit. Sun's barely rising and I gotta get up already. I get out of bed, questioning my life choices, and after a bit I get up and go to my small kitchen. I open up the fridge. Just a few things I got last night to eat. I've gotta do some actual grocery shopping. I take a few cheese slices and some butter. I'll make a light breakfast and get to work. I quickly eat my food while dressing and rush into the door, shrieking when I find my landlord right in front of me. Good day to you. Just wanted to check on how my new tenant was doing. Jack, you seem creepy. Creepy guy. I'm fine. How did you know? I didn't. I just came to check up and you opened the door before I knocked. Oh yeah, I understand. Well, to be honest, I'm in a hurry. I've got to set everything up for the cafe's reopening. The old cafe? You bought it? Well, that's a nice surprise. I'm glad you're an entrepreneur. Does it have a new name? Yeah, it's... What's the name for the cafe? Pixel Toast. How about Pixel Toast? Yeah, it's Pixel Toast. That's a nice name. Well, maybe I'll pass through and take a coffee later. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. I'm off now, Mr. Torrance. Did you say, like, take it? Gosh, I hope he doesn't. This guy gives me the chills. I finally step into the street, but before going to the cafe, I have to go to the supermarket and buy a few things I need. As I step out away from the apartment building, I start to feel something odd. That feeling of being watched. Nevertheless, when I look to my sides in search of a person, I realize there's no one in the streets. Maybe my paranoia is back. I quick walk down the street, uneasy. Thanks to the GPS, I get to the supermarket. I take everything I need. Milk, almond milk, vanilla, cacao, etc. and a treat for myself. chocolate bar. I get out of the market with my shopping items, realizing that the sun is slowly rising above the horizon. Thanks to being distracted, I didn't notice someone in front of me and bumped into what felt like a brick wall. When I look up, I see a really big guy using a weird and worn-out hockey mask. I feel shivers down my spine while seeing him. He doesn't say anything, he just stares. After a bit, I realize he's not looking at me, but at the chocolate bar in my hand. Oh, I get it, he wants some. I'll share. I left my bags on the floor. I get up and with both of my hands, I break the chocolate bar in two. Here, sharing won't kill me. The guy tilts his head, looking at the chocolate for a few seconds. He accepts and proceeds to move his hand in a paused and gentle manner. I'm surprised when I notice he's mute and quickly realize what he's saying. It's sign language. I then move my hand to answer, "You're welcome." One of the many things I learned in prison, thanks to the free time. Now I'm glad I learned it in a way. Finally, I grab my things and leave the big guy behind. I get to the cafe and find someone at the doorstep. For her appearance, I knew it. She was my new waitress, Carrie. Oh, you must be Des. I'm sorry, I got here too early. Should I come back later, or... Don't worry. Actually, it's quite convenient. I have to set everything up and clean, and cleaning was going to take a long time. Could you take care of that? Yeah, right away. Carrie quickly stepped inside as I opened the door. I told her where the cleaning tools were while I went behind the bar, setting the groceries up. I grind the coffee, put the cream inside the sleeve, and set up the cups in an accessible place. I place all the pastries and desserts on the shelf next to the counter. And when I'm done, I was in front of an impeccable cafe. Carrie even placed the tablecloths on each table. Weird, did we have any of those? Wow, Carrie, what a quick worker. Thank you. I guess we can open up early. It was nothing. I'm a good cleaner. I'll change. Okay. Carrie went behind the bar to put on her apron. Meanwhile, I hang up the open sign. I had already put the advertisements in the newspaper alongside a coupon, and I have the advantage of the cafe being right in front of a park. I come back to the bar, approaching Carrie. While we wait, I want to explain to her how we use an espresso machine. Have you ever tried one of these? Sorry, I haven't. I've never had something like that. Why are you crying? She almost had a heart attack when she had to say no. I just nodded. Easy. You don't have to worry about not knowing. It's okay. Not everyone knows about this. Let me explain. I taught Carrie the basics about coffee, fill with water, put coffee in the Farrafilter, and showed her how to level up the coffee. And then I put the Farrafilter back and finally started the machine. Ugh. Voila, just like that. Wow, I thought it'd be harder. The machine won't be a problem. What will be hard is the service itself. Serving coffee can be easy, but it got its tricks. Now memorize the menu and the ingredients. A client's arrived, so I tell Carrie to bring them the coffee once it's done. I get closer to the bar, noticing a dark-haired, tall man, his most noteworthy feature being a metallic hand. Welcome to Pickle Toast Cafe. What can I offer you? Look at that. The old shithole's reopened. With the hottie serving too. Last owner looked like he got a stick up his ass. The man laughed. I don't know if I should laugh or raise an eyebrow. I didn't get to know him much. I only do coffee. That's all I'm expecting. Well, give me an Americano with whiskey. We don't have that in our menu. Oh, come on, you can't have good coffee without whiskey. I ain't a pussy. You don't have a good bottle in here? I don't even remember buying liquor. Alcohol. I stare for a few seconds and sigh. I look at both sides before gesturing for him to wait. He curiously looks at me while I take care of the Americano. When I'm done, I take the cup and go to the storage room. There I open a box with my stuff. One of my faves, Jack Daniels. Sometimes on a rough day, I drink half the bottle and down in tears until the passing out. Now I'm just pouring it in coffee, measuring the quantity so it adds taste without going too far. I walked back to the bar and handed the man his coffee. There you go, a cup of Americano coffee without anything added because we don't have permission to serve alcohol. The man looked at me, slightly doubtful before looking at the cup. Finally, he takes it and drinks, smiling with satisfaction. Perfect. Now I know where to come for my Americano without anything added. He laughed, quite pleased. I guess I'm still a little weak to whims. Either that or the guy just looked like an uncle who just wanted a drink. Here you go, Dollface. Your pay and your tip. Please don't call me Dollface. He takes my hand and puts something in it besides the pay, closing it. It's for good luck. Trust me, I wouldn't want anything happening to my new favorite barista. This town's weird and quite dangerous, so watch your back. He pats my hand and walks away with his cup of coffee, humming a tune. What you got? I have to hold on for a minute. Well then. I don't know exactly what that is. I can kind of guess, and that's really gross toast. Well then. Weird. Oh man. It's not one thing, it's something else, huh? I love you, just can't eat weird things. Ugh. I look at the strange man walk away. My eyes redirect themselves to my still closed hand. Doubtful. When I open it, I find the freakiest shit I've seen in years. It was a fucking dry, severed finger. I was unable to tell if it was real or fake. I look at the door without knowing what the hell all that was about. I hear Carrie approaching me, so I hurry, putting the finger in my pocket and the money in the register. Our first client. How much was it? I noticed some childish happiness coming from her and couldn't help but smile. An amazing $1.25. She noticed I was kidding and laughed slyly. Good enough to retire, right? I laugh, realizing the joke's still ongoing. At that exact moment, I notice an abrupt change in Carrie's attitude when the bell chimes once again. Before looking at the door, I look at Carrie's face. At first she was surprised to see who enter, then her face changed into discomfort. Oh no, it's her. It's who? I turned around and looked at the door to see who it was while I heard Carrie running away into the storage room. I just see a blonde young girl dressed in fancy, branded clothing. She got quite the unfriendly face, her nose was wrinkled, almost as if she smelled something awful. Ugh, another stupid town cafe. Beg your pardon? I want a foam-free Trenta latte, 5 decaffeinated shots, pumpkin incense, and no foam. 208 Fahrenheit. I blink, not getting this kid's attitude. I immediately realized this is one of those rich and entitled girls. Great. My favorite kind of people to talk to. It's dangerous to serve coffee that hot. You could get burnt. I'm sorry, are you deaf? I didn't ask for advice. I asked for a coffee. Don't question and do your damn job. I take a deep breath and grit my teeth. Decline and ask her to leave. I'm sorry. We don't have that on the menu and it's irresponsible to make coffee at that temperature. What? How could you not have Trenta latte? What kind of rundown cafe is this? We just opened and we don't have pumpkin essence. I don't know when we could get it. What a tragedy. Actually, the pumpkin essence is right below the counter, unopened. I refuse to make her coffee. Life showed me that things are asked with respect and education, and this rich girl's got none of them. You're doing it on purpose. Do you know who I am? I'm Chanel Oberlin. My dad's the mayor. I'll make your fucking excuse of it a cafe shut down. You'll end up on the street. They can shut down my cafe for not having pumpkin essence? She pierces my soul with her eyes. She doesn't appreciate my tone at all, but I just smile. You think you're so smart, huh? I'll make you regret this. She turns around, almost hitting me with her blonde hair, and walks away. Her anchor heels hit the floor with each step, making her presence known. Thank you for visiting. Come back again. Come back soon. I'm so sorry. Chanel scares me to death. I hid in the storage room. Don't worry, I can see why. I saw everything. Well, almost everything. You're so brave. She says it with admiration. I shrug it off, not taking note of it. When you've been in prison and lived what I lived, it takes more than a whimsy entitled blondie to scare you. People can only intimidate you if you let them, Carrie. Now come on, we gotta organize some stuff back there. I feel like that might bite me in the butt. We didn't get many more customers, just a few, but at least Carrie and I haven't been lazy and most of the storage room is fully organized now. Oof, I'm a bit tired. Yeah, it's been a busy first day. Now we just gotta take the tables back in and close. I asked Carrie to please turn the sign from open to closed, and she does. She comes back to me to arrange the chairs until she remembers she left her bag in the storage room, going back for it. When I think the first day's over, I hear the door opening and the bell chiming. Someone under the cafe. That's just my luck. I'm so lucky I just got here in time. A hot caramel macchiato with double vanilla, and don't go too small with the caramel. I raise an eyebrow looking at him. A short, red-headed boy with scars on his face. This town's sure full of interesting people. He kinda looks like a doll, or is that just my imagination? He leaned down on the counter, is now waiting for me to move. He doesn't seem too embarrassed to arrive at the last second to buy a coffee. Sorry, but we're closed already. Isn't he a bit small to consume caffeine? Oh, my bad, didn't see the sign. You're gonna serve me any though, right? Client's always right. Just give him coffee. I sigh and go to the bar. It's not that I think the client's always right, but after such a hard day, I don't want any more trouble. Now I get why the last owner was so bitter. Making the caramel macchiato took less than I thought, with the boy's indications. It looks like he isn't taking his eye off me while I'm preparing the drink, like he's making sure it's just how he wants it. I place the coffee in front of him on the bar. His mouth changes into a big grin without looking away from me, his huge blue eyes piercing my soul. At least it seems like he likes what he sees. Whatever it is he's seeing. Here you go. The redhead takes the glass and sips. A few seconds later he nods, pleased. I feel the sugar kicking in already. Ideal for a long night. He laughs in quite a unique manner, winking at me and handling the exact amount of money. He continues drinking coffee without moving at all, like he owns the place and time doesn't matter. Excuse me, we're closing, as I was saying. Oh yeah, right. I get your hint. Don't be so grumpy or you'll grow wrinkles. Be ashamed to ruin such a pretty face. Well, he didn't get the paper glass hint. Wait, is the little guy flirting with me? I'm left speechless for a few seconds, which he uses to turn around and walk to the door without any worries. I found my bag. We can go. Why do you seem so tired all of a sudden? I scratch my eyelids. I probably look like shit, which is exactly how I feel at that moment. Forget it, let's just go. I'm walking back home after closing up the cafe with Carrie. The girl is really sweet, but I think she lacks courage. She reminds me of myself when I was younger. Maybe on the inside I'm a bit jealous of her innocence. Although I'm distracted, my senses are still keen. I can't stop feeling someone looking at me from the back. Is my paranoia back? No, it's just my imagination. I'm hearing footsteps. I don't want to go home with someone following. They'll know where I live and it can only get worse from there. Why is everything happening today? I can't stand it. I'm at my limit. Although my common senses tell me I should run away, I stop walking and look behind me. As I thought, there's no one there, but after hearing someone walking behind me, I'm certain I'm not alone. I already heard you, so come out of hiding already. Stop fooling around. There was a certain movement from inside the shadows. A tall, slender silhouette gets closer and I tense up. I really wanted to believe it was just my imagination, but... Wow, I didn't expect you to notice my presence. Most never do it if I don't want it to, you know? The silhouette gets closer to the light between us, which reveals a dark man in a leather jacket, black pants, and a mask covering his face. Gotta admit, this is the first time it's happened, but there's always a first time. Technically, you just took my stalking virginity. That's just awkward. I stay quiet. I'd already had a bad day today with Chanel, and that weird doll, having an encounter with a masked freak was only making it worse. I don't know what you want, but I'm not in the mood. Please leave me alone. I wish it was that easy. The masked man makes a theatrical gesture, placing one hand on his chest and the other facing me. But sadly for you, catching me by surprise has caught my attention, so no, I won't leave you alone. My eye twitches. I'm definitely about to lose my patience, the little sanity I've left in everything else. Although I can leave you for the moment in exchange for one simple question. Say yes. I sigh while pinching the bridge of my nose. I really want to go back home as soon as possible, so it better just play along. Alright, you win. Ask me whatever you want. Great. I'm glad you cooperate. Alright, the question is, what's your favorite horror movie? Just that? This freak just wants to know my favorite horror movie? I think about it before answering, but the answer is easy. I love the fact that Saw is even in, because that is literally my favorite horror. Yep, Saw, the one with the jigsaw doll. I watch it when I'm bored. The masked man starts to laugh like he's been told a joke. What a sadist. Alright, you're okay for now. I also like it. He says goodbye, still cackling. The last thing I see before he turns around is him winking at me. Wait, how did a mask wink at me? I pretend to forget about it. I better just go home before stumbling with another freak asking what's my favorite Disney movie or some shit. I keep on walking, trying not to think too much about what just happened. I'm so done with today that I just want to go home, refresh myself with a shower, and sleep. I stop walking when I see a big figure obstructing the apartment building's door. The uneasy feeling returns. Please, no more freaks. Either way, when I realize he's smoking right beside my window, the doubt turns into anger. If I was already having a shit day, this was gonna make me snap. Seems like the man realized my expression changed. He stopped inhaling the smoke. Who are you? Who are you? The stranger adjusts the mask he's wearing, the cigarette in his hand still lit. The message is clear, he doesn't want to talk. Rude. I should have told him to stick the cigarette up his... I'm Michael. Unexpectedly, he finally spoke. I remain silent, waiting to see if he keeps talking, but since he doesn't open his mouth, I'm in charge of carrying the conversation. Do you live around here? I moved in this morning, so I don't know many people. He takes his sweet time answering, but he does nevertheless. He raises his hand and points with his thumb to the building that I'm trying to get in. I live right here. Michael, I've been looking for you. Lori? Okay. A dirty blonde-haired girl opens the door and grabs him by the arm. It makes me realize how muscular this guy is. The girl looks up at me, surprised. Oh, sorry, did my brother scare you? Well, at least there's one normal person in the family. Don't worry, we were chatting. Michael spoke to you? That's new. I don't want to cause a bad impression saying otherwise, so I just nod in response. You may have stood out to him. You're new, right? We don't really get many new neighbors around here. Name's Lori, by the way. That's right. I got here this morning. My name's Des. It's a pleasure. Likewise. You're sweet. But we're in a bit of a hurry. I'll see you later around. Don't hesitate to ask if you're out of salt. Her tone lets me know she's just joking in a friendly way, so I laugh and wave them a goodbye. I choose to ignore the fact that Lori practically had to drag Michael upstairs once we got inside. I want to ask why he's got a janitor suit or a mask. I'll just pretend it's totally normal. My door opens with a click and I enter my apartment, leaning my back on the door to close it. I sigh, relaxing. Finally at home. I'm hungry, but I don't have enough energy to prepare something to eat. I go to the kitchen and grab some cookies I bought, heading to my room and throwing myself on the bed. I feel heavier as the tension leaves my body, relaxing every muscle. What an absurdly stressful day. What kind of madman live around here? It's like a cheap movie. I eat some cookies and fall asleep as soon as I take my pants off. In bed. That just seemed like a strange thing to say. I take my pants off in bed. I open my eyes, looking around startled. I can't recognize where I am, but it's cold. I hear strange metallic sounds from a place out of view. I get up from the ground, scanning my surroundings. I must be dreaming. I start to walk around the place. I can feel the cold, rusty metal under my feet. This feels too real. I start to doubt if this is actually a dream. Maybe it's not a dream after all. I can hear a small girl humming in the distance. I can feel shivers down my spine, but I don't feel the fear I should. I search for the voice's origins, but can't seem to find it. Instead, now I'm hearing a deep, raspy laugh. The cackle feels closer. No, this is a dream. I know it is. I can't just suddenly appear somewhere so horrifying. I can hear steps getting closer and the scraping of two metal objects growing closer. Let's defend ourselves. Get out of my dream. I scream, more angry than scared. I turn around to see where the noise is coming from. I manage to see a silhouette in the darkness. It's wearing a hat and a glove with a sharp blade at the end of each finger. He stops on his feet when hearing my voice. By the way his head tilted, he seems confused. What? I managed to startle myself up, cold sweat running down my face. I look at the ceiling and let out a deep sigh. A groan leaves my mouth as I pinch the bridge of my nose. This day can't get any weirder. I try to sleep again, shifting positions. Chapter 1. Alright. Do you wanna... I'm gonna save. Return. Chapter 2, coming soon. Alright, so that was just chapter 1. Okay. Alright, interesting. So I think... Met him. Them. Yeah, we met everybody. All the people. Okay. That wasn't too bad. That was a cute little short quipped. And honestly, what's funny is that that would probably be my actual dialogue in a lot of things. So I was thinking about it. What kind of puzzles me? So we saw Ash, and I gave him alcohol. Then we saw Chanel, which now I'm wondering if her father, being the mayor, if he'll find out that I gave Ash alcohol, or if they'll all stand up for me. I don't want her to shut down my Pixel Toast Cafe. That was fun. Yeah, Toast got a hold of a Sharpie. I don't know where he found it. I have a ton of art supplies in my basement, so I'm pretty sure he probably just got a hold of one of the canisters and just started gnawing on it. It didn't pop or anything, so that's always good. I thought this game was going to be longer. I really, really did. But I do like where we're starting off. So I wonder how many chapters there's going to be. So this will be kind of like Andromeda 6, where I'll just have to keep like paying attention to when the new chapters are up and ready. I will get to Andromeda 6 if you guys want to see more of that. I do kind of want to finish that out and see where it goes from here. But yeah, I'm happy that it doesn't seem like we had any technical issues. Just puppy issues of eating things he shouldn't be eating. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, since the chapters aren't all out yet, let me know what direction would you like to see, because it sounds like, and I'm jumping so far in the future, it seems like one of these guys I'm gonna have to kind of focus a lot more attention on. So who would you like to see? Who would you like to see the romance revolve around? Who's your favorite? Honestly, and then what's your favorite horror movie? Now that we're talking about it, you guys know mine. It's always gonna be Saw. I'd like to know your guys' favorites. Leave some comments down below. Let me know how your Halloween's going. You guys got any parties planned? Trick-or-treating. I know different, areas around me at least all have different days. Are you guys doing some last minute haunted houses? Let me know what your plans are. And if you're a returning sub to my channel, thank you so much for joining. I always appreciate you being here, and you really mean the world to me. Your support is so appreciative, you have no idea. And if you're new to my channel and you've made it this far, welcome. It was a pleasure to have you, and I'm glad you stopped by and hung out with me. I hope that you'll take a chance and subscribe to the channel, because I would love to see your face here again. And as always, guys, please take care of yourselves, know I love you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.